remember this?
Yeah. The dreaded death rattle.
The 4.3 liter engine definitely had a rod knock, so that necessitated yanking the engine out of the vehicle. Now I chose to remove this one by separating the engine and transmission, seeing as how I had quite a bit of experience removing the transmission from the 3 or 4 bad previous flex plates. That was in another video that I shared with all of you folks. So, generally S10s removed with engine and transmission intact. No, this was easier this way. So finally, after some time and getting out there in the garage and finally getting after it, we were able to go ahead and take the engine out of the vehicle. Not we, actually, it was me, you know, because this is Deborah, my wife. You know I love her. Yeah, so got to take care of the car anyway. So spare you folks the process, because I'm sure more than a few of us have done this. But what I really want you to pay particular attention to is after we got the engine out and on the stand, my attempt at weather forecasting. Here it comes. Take a listen.
It was 27 degrees outside today. As I told you folks, look at that. I know you can't see anything, don't know what the temperature is. Balmy 60-something degrees. It is humid as all get out. So, taking advantage of the time and going to do this bottom end inspection, as you remember from the previous videos on the S10. We had the dreaded death rattle.
And with the engine mounted firmly on the stand, it is time to remove the oil pan. Again, most of you have done this, so we're just going to fast forward this a bit so we can get down to the brass tacks. Now, always, if you look at one point I used my 1/4 inch Hyper Tech or Hyper Tough. Well, it really wasn't, so I had to switch to the 3/8 Ryobi. Choose the appropriate size tool to do the job, whether you're using a hand ratchet or a power-driven source, be it pneumatic or electric. So I had to pull out the Ryobi and put it on this. I'm not bashing Hyper Tough at all. It works in some instances and circumstances. But we got the oil pan off and did the inspection. And fortunately didn't notice too much in the way of damage. So here we go. Take a look at what else we found. You tell me what you think, how bad it actually is or actually was.
But seems to be number one. So we're going to yank that down and see just what's been going on the bottom end. Moment of truth. All right, what do you think? Did we get into the cap? Did we get into the rod itself? Did we get into the cap? Did we get into the rod journal? Let's see. The cap is smooth and undamaged. Probably still gonna have to drive this thing off. You see the bearing turn in the saddle? See that? Now I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Do I recommend you do this at home? Purely up to you. You definitely see where it was hammered. Alright, there's a close-up shot of the number 1 journal. And if you can see, let me get my pointer, which is just a Sharpie. You can see this is the top of the journal. This bearing has actually worn a groove. From up here to down here, which tells me that I have not been so fortunate on this one. It's probably well past 10. Looking more like 20.
So that's the damage. Next step in the process, of course, is full teardown. Take the block to the shackless machine shop to be worked or whatever is necessary. Order replacement parts, cranks. Hopefully the supply chain will have the supplies in stock and we'll be able to get them in quick fashion. Get this thing turned around and reassembled. Bring you details of that later on, folks. Thanks for stopping by. As always, like, subscribe, share. We're trying to grow the channel. We leave at the No Bucks Garage. Reminding you, I'm trying to get everything out of life that I can because I'm running on borrowed time. See ya.